Well, in terms of pure filmmaking craft, there is a lot to admire about the New York Ripper. One wonders whether Fulci was simulating such aggressive, abrasive events for the sake of a psychological abyss, or whether it was intended to sate those who wanted to view hardcore violence, sexual content, or nudity otherwise. Stuff that is not safe for work or really anywhere, likely. It is important to remember that the New York Ripper in 1982 didn't exist in a world wherein it was the most extreme output one could view. It was not the apex of explicit media. Pornography was in its so called golden age. People would watch those films in theatres, unheard of now. Though watching pornography on portable phones would be as equally unusual to those of that era, and the slasher films were starting to become highly mainstream, the New York Ripper wanted to find an artful recreation of such sordid subjects in an attempt to homage, apparently, old school Hitchcock horror. Does it work in this respect, though? I would argue that the film might lack a true psychosexual thematic core as Hitchcock had in Rear Window, Vertigo, Psycho Birds, Marnie, or whatever else you want to name. Frenzy is a major entry in this also. Hitchcock himself felt as though his proposed Kaleidoscope project would have gone too far. Take New York Ripper as an exploration of that potential territory. The New York Ripper will not convince anyone who thinks that graphic film violence or gratuitous sexual content is not enough removed from the real thing, whether as a moral or a mental health concern, or both even. Although for those who are neutral to vivid violence and gore in cinema, Fulci's New York Ripper is the creative missing link between Hitchcock and Haneke, plausibly. I'd consider it one of Fulci's most impressive films purely from a technical metric, although it hasn't the intriguing literary convictions of Conspiracy of Torture, Lizard in a Woman's Skin, Don't Torture a Duckling, The Psychic, or even the subsequent 1983 ethereal Fantasia mindscape Conquest, quite likely the filmmaker's overall or potential masterpiece. More on Conquest later. Thanks everyone. Do be as well as you ever have or ever could be.